Maybe you are now very highly motivated, very inspired sa ating mga na-share. And maybe some videos out there about starting your own business is nabasa or narinig mo na rin or napanood mo na din. Pero in this time, na-i-execute mo na ang lahat ng magaganda mong idea or something that you will introduce sa pagmamanage or sa pagpapatakbo ng computer store. You need to think or you need to know these considerations or challenges na possibly may encounter mo on your way. And it's very good na nandito ka dahil kahit pa paano hindi ka na mabibigla or you will come up with a better plan. This is what I call calculated risk. Dahil lahat naman ng papasukin natin sa ating buhay, personal na buhay, there is always a risk, especially pagdating sa business. Pero kung kalkulado mo lahat ng steps or you have this mindset na naisip mo na 5 steps, not only 1 step ahead, automatically, very least yung chance na magkakamali ka along the way or kahit paano, you can come up with an immediate solution kung ano yung may encounter mo man in the future. So, ayun mga kaibigan, for more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. This is a bit non-IT or somehow hindi yung kadalasan nating ina-upload dito sa ating channel, pero it will really help a lot of you guys, especially sa mga nagpaplano na magpatayo ng computer store. Pero it's still applicable kahit kung ano man yung maging business mo in the future. This video is brought to you by SCDKey, the best website that you may visit in terms of very affordable deals and best offer para sa application softwares, games, and yes, operating system. And there you are, you may check the Windows 10 Pro and by using our promo code, ma-avail mo lang siya ng around $14.95 or 700 plus pesos. That's it mga kaibigan. Check the description below. May mga links po tayo dyan to go directly sa kanilang website. Number 1. To start a computer store, you only have one push button. What do I mean? Malaki man or maliit yung kapital mo, whatever way for you to start your business, kailangan mong mag-set up muna ng pwesto mo, ng office. Kailangan makapag-secure ka muna ng mga documents, DTI, business permit, BIR, yung mga yan. Ngayon papasok yung sinasabi ko sa aking mga previous videos. Na kung papasok ka or mag-start ka ng computer store, dapat passionate ka sa ginagawa mo. Ito talaga yung gusto mo sa buhay. Dahil kung pera lang ang sinasabi mong dahilan, may budget ka to start a computer store, well, medyo susugal ka sa una pa lang. Dahil magpupwesto ka at magsisecure ka kagad ng mga documents and the business requirements. Samantalang kung passion mo talaga to, then you may start your computer store or computer service center and magre-render ka ng services while nag-iipon ka ng investment mo to upgrade later as a computer store. Ngayon, bakit ko ito sinasabi mga kaibigan? Dahil papasok tayo dito sa number 2. Supplier. There is a one push button to start a computer store and there is only one way to talk with the supplier. That is if you have the proper documents. If you have the DTI, business permit, and BIR, then you have now the proper resume to talk with the supplier. Kakausapin ka na ngayon ng supplier. Pag wala yun, hindi ka kakausapin ng supplier. Hindi po katulad ng general merchandise na, uy, andyan pala yung ahente ng 555 sardines. Kausapin mo. Gusto namin mag-stock ng 555 sardines. Ng Lucky Me Pancit Canton. Hindi po ganun. Pagdating po sa computer store or sa computer industry, isi-CI ka pa nila. I-interviewin ka pa nila and tatanungin pa nila kung ilang years ka na nag-ooperate. And sometimes, pag nalaman nilang kaka-open mo lang or kaka-start mo lang, minsan hindi ka papapansin or hindi pa ipapasa yung documents mo. Unless you have properly stated kung ano yung magiging business model mo, business profile, well, maybe papansinin ka nila. Pero in most cases, lalong-lalo na yung mga major suppliers, they will even require you na kailangan meron ka munang mga ibang suppliers na kahit paano pinagkukuhanan, then that's the time that they will talk to you. And ang masakit na katotohanan dito mga kaibigan, in terms of supplier, there is only one supplier in most cases per brand. So hindi ka pwedeng magsungit na, di lang naman ikaw yung supplier ng ganito. Gigabyte, isa lang supplier niyan. MSI, isa lang supplier niyan. So kung magsusungit ka sa kanya, nakala mo hindi lang siya yung supplier, well, kawawa ka in the end. And then, yes, dito pa lang sasabihin ko na kailangan mong maging patient. Understanding, there is only one supplier and the only company na kailangan mong i-reach out at hindi mo pwedeng i-bypass kahit malaki pa yung pera mo dahil sila lang ang pwede mong kausapin. Kahit kausapin mo yung brand, ibabalik ka pa rin kung sino yung distributor nila sa country na yan, sa Pilipinas. Alright? So, attitude is a must sa pangalawang challenge. Because more patience and understanding na naman pagdating sa pangatlo. Stocks. Yes, nakuha ko na lahat ng supplier. Now I can have these stocks in this shop. Ako na yung pinakakompleto. Then sasabihin sa'yo ng supplier na, oops sir, wala tayong stock ng model na ganyan. Bakit siya meron siyang stock? Ako, wala. Mapait na katotohanan mga kaibigan, pagdating sa supply, lalong-lalo na ngayong mga kagipitan, there is this kind of prioritization. I can't say it directly na favoritism dahil sila yung nauna or dahil sila yung mas malaking client or dahil dati na silang client, pero that's the reality. In whatever business model, ganun naman Whatever industry, ganun yung nangyayari. Dahil, let's try to think of the bigger picture. Paano kung ikaw din naman yung nauna and sila yung nahuli? And sinabi mo sa supplier na, okay, sige, bigyan mo yung bago. Pero, this will be our last transaction. Or, instead of availing 10 boxes per month, I will cut it to 2 na lang siguro and I will move to another brand. Mas dadamihan ko na lang sa kanila. Since sila naman na yung priority nyo, okay, walang problema sa akin. There are lots of mind games behind. So, syempre, yung distributor matatakot. Oops, teka lang. Sir, wag. Sige na, ibibigay ko na to sa'yo. Alright, so nagkakaintindihan tayo. Yun naman yung sasagot ng retailer. Ngayon, ikaw na ngayon na bago na retailer, medyo, sir, isa lang ang mabibigay ko sa'yo. Kasi nga may mga ganong senaryo. So kung babaliktarin mo, pasensya. Pero ganun talaga Yung character build-up mo when you will put up a computer store will really be improved a lot. Don't think na because you're a businessman, you have a lot of money, you have all the power in this world. Not everything can be controlled. That's the reality. This is a bit different from other businesses that I think so far I've handled. Mahirap ang computer store at this point. Kung pera-pera lang and hindi mo talaga passion itong gagawin mo. Pero if passion mo talaga, well, there's no problem. Ganon talaga So you need to think of ways of how will you diversify or how you will make it wide array yung i-offer mo para hindi ka masyadong maipit. Pero let's skip to that and let's move on to the number 4. Akala natin mga kaibigan sa mga end user ang matindi ang bundles. Ito po ang malupit na katotohanan. You will be availing RTX 3080 but you are required also to avail 10 power supplies and 5 low-end video cards or 3 monitors. for you to have an RTX 3080, only one. Mapapamura ka na lang. Alam ko marami sa atin sa sinasabi. Actually, may mga nakakausap nga akong bago. And well, I understand naman. Alam ko naman yung pinaghuhugutan din nila. Naiintindihan ko yon. Mahirap talaga yon. Isipin mo, sa bawat RTX 3080 na i-stock mo, 10 power supply na di mo alam kung paano mo ibebenta yon dahil most likely, isa lang dun sa mga power supply. Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin sa end user na, Sir, para makakuha ka ng RTX 3080, 10 power supply din bibilhin mo. Sabihin nila sa'yo, baliw ka ba? Anin ko yung 10 power supply, di ba? Pero that's the reality. And sometimes, this is the point na ang hirap kong sabihin kung ano dapat mong gawin. So, it will serve as a warning na please, kayo na ang bahalang mag-isip kung paano nyo ito susolusyonan. While there's no perfect solution kung paano ito i-handle itong scenario na to. Pero, tulad na sinabi ko kanina, this video alone will serve as palaisipan sa inyo of how you will come up with a very good business plan or how you will structure your plan 5 to 10 steps ahead. Dahil may mga ganitong scenario na may mga bundles, may mga requirements na for you to be able to avail RTX 3070, kailangan mo munang mag-avail ng ganito. Or for you to have better pricing pagdating sa ganitong product, you should avail 20 bundles of these particular products. Well, dito pa lang, baka mamaya napapaisip ka na. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, puso ang kailangan mo pagdating sa pagpapatayo ng computer store. Hindi pera. Let's go to number 5. This is a bit more for those guys who have very high investment and expecting also high returns. This number 5 is the biggest warning that you may hear. Computer store is a high investment, low return business. So if you are a businessman na naka-experience ng kita like you are having business na construction or business na nag-invest kayo ng 10 million and magre-return ng 20 million, that's 100% profit. Or 15 million, that's 50% profit. Sa computer industry po, it's only 10 to 20% at most. At most yun mga kaibigan. Dahil kung malaki talaga, hindi na sana nagsulputan ang iba pang retail store dahil nga kaya na nilang i-monopolize sa sobrang laki ng returns pagdating sa computer business. Kung sobrang laki. Isipin mo, kung 50% or 100% ang returns, ikaw pa ba na matagal ng computer store, hindi mo pa ba yun iti-take advantage or hindi ka pa ba ganung lolobo ng sobrang laki? Pero ito na lang yung palaisipan mga kaibigan. Like what you can see online, Amazon and Newegg. Halos at some point naman, magkatapat lang sila or hindi ganun kalayo. Pero if you look at how is the growth of Amazon versus Newegg, sobrang layo. Dahil nga diversified business ang Amazon. And Newegg just stick into electronics. So, in terms of growth, nakukonsider ang Amazon as a big tech industry dahil marami silang products na binebenta. Sobrang wide array. So, I'm reminding you na kung hindi puso ang ginamit mo or passion ang dahilan that you put up your computer store and you're expecting high returns in the end, hindi ka po magtatagal. I'm not really stating the best solutions because this video alone will serve as your key to come up with your own solutions or blueprint to make your plans very calculated para hindi kayo magugulat along the way when you put up your own computer store. Ngayon mga kaibigan, this is not a video for you to be discouraged. This is just an eye-opener of what's the reality in starting a business. Whatever business naman yan mga kaibigan, especially in terms of passion-driven businesses like this computer store, ganito rin naman. It's very challenging if hindi mo talaga siya gusto. Pero kung ito naman talaga yung gustong-gusto mo, well, Itong mga sinabi ko are just part of the process, part of your growth, and in the end of the day, it will still bring something on the table for a better lifestyle in the future, for a financial freedom in the future. Kasi ang pagpapatayo ng computer store is not just about establishing your career to have a financial freedom in the future or because it's your passion, it will also build up yourself bilang isang good businessman in handling your future ventures para mas maging established ka pa to diversify your source of income soon. So that's it mga kaibigan. Tatapusin ko po yung video with some questions na hindi ko nabigyan ng linaw, pero at least you can now visualize how you will face these challenges in the future when you will start your computer store. And tulad na po ng sinabi ko, hindi po ako expert pagdating sa career development. I'm not a business management graduate. I'm just stating facts, and at the same time, of course, I'm sharing some tips or additional inputs based on my experience. In the end of the day, it's still better if manggagaling sa inyo, and if you want to share it, feel free to comment down below and share nyo sa amin kung ano yung mga ideas nyo on how you will handle or how you will face this kind of scenarios in the future. That will really help a lot of our colleagues or mga kaibigan natin dito sa ating channel na mas makapag-isip-isip din or at least may kakaroon sila ng other perspective on how to face this kind of scenarios in the future. So that's it mga kaibigan, and for more videos like this, feel free to subscribe.